SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello there, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. This will probably come as no surprise at this point, but I'm struggling. I've been looking through my thought cabinet trying to figure out what I can eject to try and get something else in here, because there's at least there's several of these that I'd like to think out. Almost basically everything except for advanced race theory I'd like to get thought out at some point, just because I'm curious what would come of it, you know? But most of these thoughts are actually still quite valuable, or raise certain caps to a really high level that I don't know if I am going to reach at any point. My top two contenders are Jamais Vu, because, yeah, there's plus one experience for every orb clicked, which I'm definitely going to get a lot out of. But the other thing it does is intellect learning caps, and my intellect learning caps are already pretty high because of this, the build I started with. But I also feel like Jamais Vu is very important to Harry's lived experience right now, so I'm hesitant to do that. And the only other one that comes to mind is Motorway South, because aside from refreshing those checks that one time, the main thing is this +1 Inland Empire. And while my Inland Empire is terrible, and every little bit probably helps, it's only +1, which, as Thought Cabinet bonuses go, is pretty mediocre. Motorway South also is an interesting concept, but apparently not much comes of it, which is fair, like pondering this sort of entropic end. Concept of being unborn. I don't know how much good it's going to do you on a day-to-day basis. So, I think what I'm going to do, I might, well, I know I've been passing a lot of Inland Empires barely, just like with no margin whatsoever. So I'm thinking what I do, right? Do I, though? Look at all these skills I haven't spent anything on. I don't know what I'm doing, and I know that's part of it, but man, it's frustrating sometimes how little I know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm gonna dispose of Motorway South. Sorry, guy with the goopy eyeball. It was an interesting thought, but I need to make space, and my brain's only so big, so forget. Okay. What are we doing next? I want to do finger pistols. I don't know if it's going to be important. -2 Savoir Faire. Hang on, Savoir Faire. Shoot, that's what I need to jump off the roof. Okay, well, maybe is there something else I can work on? Is there something that I can... Some kind of superstar. -2 logic still seems unlikely. Research time 1 hour and 10 minutes. Sure. You know what? Sure. Let's do this one. -2 logic? Is that going to be okay? For the next hour? Are you going to run into Everett in the next hour? I don't know. Just do it. It's fine. It's fine. It's probably not fine. Okay, cool. Well, that was a couple minutes of everybody's life. Sorry about that. Okay. Where's my ledger? You got your ledger out. You got your ledger out. You're good. Okay. Right, so we're going back to the roof. We are going back to the roof. Theoretically, I should be in a good position to do this. I don't know how much of a bonus I will have gotten from, talking with Kuno and being like, oh, right, I just need to not be a coward. But, we'll see if it's enough. Okay. Here we go. Just cut through here. Right up there. If you please. Beautiful. And here we are. Okay. How do I... Right, I have to climb this thing here. So let's just have Harry figured out on his own. Since I have difficulty figuring out... Never mind. I can see what I'm supposed to be doing here. Just start here and then up this ramp and... Never mind, it's not as simple as I thought. Just do it, Harry. You got this. Perhaps I think if I double-click someplace, Harry will run there. I have to remember that. Okay, cool. We're up here. We're back. There's the code. Now, what's this check looking like these days?
A tarpaulin cloak with
92%.
markings.
is still caught on the railing.
Why on earth +2 amber die with a mosquito? Was that there before? Why did that suddenly start? Is it because it's my second try at it? Is that how it works? I'm not sure. Either way, go for the cloak. Jump over the ledge. Here we go. Success! Twang.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you, or continue the voyage through the salty air. Let's see what my senses have for me. I mean, the worst that can happen is I can hurt myself. I got so much endurance. You would not believe how endurant I am. Close your eyes.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Okay, good. Good.
Martinez goes about its daily routine as you soar through the air. The loud voices of protesters mix with the engine sounds from the traffic jam. Waves crash against the pier, and dense, salty sea air fills your lungs.
Just sort of taking in the moment. And I see I have the option now to not let go of the moment yet. I feel like this is how we hurt ourselves, but let's see what happens.
The little backyard, kingdom of Kuno, looks almost idyllic when it's not dominated by a decomposing human being.
Yeah, I'd imagine that part does help. Continue.
And its de facto ruler, Kuno the Gremlin King, is pointing at you.
I'd imagine he is.
To his friend. What is he saying?
It could be anything. It's probably filthy. I love the name Kuno the Gremlin King, though. Continue.
Flying faggot, winged pig, shit is airborne. These are the only words the wind coming in from the Insulindian Ocean carries to you.
Shit is airborne. I mean, you're not wrong. Continue the voyage, then, through the salty air with us. Bonk.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I assume you're right, Savoir-Faire. Continue.
I knew you could do it.
The lieutenant
My
exclaims.
climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
I appreciate your usage of the term disco there, Kim. Continue.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Great. Wonderful. I've done it. I'm here. I wonder how I'm going to get back up. Let's grab this anyway. Patrol Corps. Okay, I can't read. RCM Patrol Cloak. Esprit de Corps Shivers. Okay. Okay. Take that. Compared to my current jacket, right, Visual Calculus. My Visual Calculus is already pretty good. And I feel like Shivers is never a bad investment. Yeah, sure. Toss that on. Plus, it's way more stylish than the thing I was just wearing. Even if it... Does it still have the patches? It should, right? Because it's... Yeah, it does. Great. No, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, cool. Hi, Kim. How do we get back? Interact with door? Oh. Well, that went surprisingly well. How did I... Wait, what? Okay. Okay, I found something. I don't know what I found, but I found something. Great. I'll investigate that in just a moment here. What's this? Collecting rainwater. I'd assume it is, yes. Okay. Should I be concerned about... I think I have my perception gear on right now, so it's probably fine. Wild pines, sure. What's that? Oh, we got something. All around you, great machines in quiescence. Yeah, I suppose no work is being done at the moment. Okay, we gotta go down there if we want to investigate that, huh? Okay, well, I can do that for sure. Right here? White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Okay, where am I on this? I'm up here, huh? I appear to be up here. The question is, where's Evrart, right? The question here is, where is Evrart? Because if I go straight to him, that's actually not what I want. Oh, okay, what we got here? What's all this? Oh, hey, my friggin' tear bag. Tear bag. Get at your tear bag, man. I'm sure there's tear around here. Ain't nobody been through here in a while. There we go. Okay, so we got at least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Okay, and write this. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Dispose I mean, I have been up here. I specifically climbed up here. Is this my doing? It seems not unlikely. There we go. Can I have these as well? I can have all of them. I can have every last one of them. Look at me go. Look at me go. This is why I didn't forget the thought for HoboCop. I mean, that end also, it raises my shivers threshold through the absolute roof. And I don't think I've spent any, skill points at all on shivers. Because I got that one thought that raised it by 3, you know? What's this? Window. I have to look at it from here, okay.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Hey, isn't that the friggin' soldier fascist man down from the beach playing boule thingy? I think so. So this is where René works. I'm gonna look around, search the booth.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
The lieutenant looks around. I suppose we are, but who'd be watching? I'm not sure. Continue.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Is there now? Let me have a look at that.
Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
I would imagine that's true. I want to look at the picture. I would put it back when I'm done, but can I have to take it if I want to look at it, huh? All right, take it.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform.
As usual.
The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Okay, continue.
Why did you take that picture of René?
The lieutenant asked, glancing at the photo. I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. I'm making an artistic photo collage cam. I mean, if you want to be real specific about it, I have a white check with René that I would like to have a better chance at succeeding at, so that's why I picked it up. So I guess I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier.
He remarked, surprised.
Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Yeah, you never really know with conversations. All right, cool, thanks. Leave. All right, so I got a thing. Apparently I can't put it back, but I can probably give it to René himself. Photo of a happy couple. A black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in a fancy uniform and smiling. On the back, a very steady hand has written the words, Revachol Fair, summer of 91. So we're talking 60 years ago. No kidding. All right. Well, I should probably leave this alone for now, huh? These stairs appear to be broken. Oh, what's this?
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
You noticed too, did you, Inland Empire? Wait, how hard? Did I do this? It's probably nothing. Discard the thought. How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
I presume you're right, Inland Empire. Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
The lieutenant looks at you, then the bottles, which means he checked inside my bag, I suppose. This is really sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. I'm still not completely convinced it was me. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission on the harbor. Let's just move on. I'm gonna go with number 1. It might be a little boring, but yeah.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
The lieutenant agrees and turns to leave. Okay, great. I was sad, and therefore I got exceedingly drunk. But this isn't news to anyone. This is something that we knew about. I'm gonna go check out that building over here. This might be where Evrart is. It seems all fancy and such. It might not, but let's just check it out. Let's just see what we got. Okay. There's a lot to take in here. First, what's this? The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Okay. It does seem to be doing that. What's this? A giant aspirant on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Oh, is this Everart's place? I guess everybody has aspirants, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Okay, seems that way. What's this?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Okay, so this is like a It's like a rest area for members of the union, maybe? I don't need to make a phone call, so I'm not going to right now. All right, so what's this over here? It is Book La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. Sure. I'll take that. I seem to take everything. La Fumée. It is a man with antlers who seems to be dead. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzle with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. Okay, well, give me something to read next time I need to kill time, I guess. I could also afford to, buy some books, I guess. I've got tons of money now, relative to what I'm used to. Someone left the coffee machine on. How dare they? The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. I'm not touching that. What's this? A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Well, I feel like I could probably do something about that, but let's try this one.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Well, that means I'm opening it and taking the contents. That's how we do. Continue.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
How unfortunate indeed. Open that drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Let us browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
I'll never understand why this word here is pronounced Muindi. Where'd the win sound come from? I don't know. Okay, materials coming in, and
the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Couron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
I mean, that seems like the normal business, right? Anything interesting? Browse them.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
A volition check, huh? That's a decent volition check, but it's also a white check. And plus, here's the thing. Putting points in volition is never a bad thing. So let's just try to force myself to go through the folders. And if I fail, after I take whatever penalty I get for failing, let's just spend a point in it and try again. Yeah! Go through them folders.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it.
Which is not me.
However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Never mind the note. Close the drawer. I don't care about this thing that I just got from a... Yeah, I'm looking at the note. Do it.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters.
That is how my handwriting works. It's a good workaround for if you can't write cleanly. Continue.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Leo. I don't know who Leo is. Okay. But he apparently works for Everard in some capacity. He needs to get shoes for him. I don't know what special whirling... Oh, special whirling borscht, meaning probably they have a special food going on that Leo wanted to try. Water the plants, sweep the floor, more banners. I don't think I've seen very many banners. Leo does not appear to be on it. Continue.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Turn to the lieutenant. Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard. Ignore the note. Let's not ignore the note. Let's talk to Kim about it.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union.
Right.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Inspects the note. Nothing incriminating, but I'm going to take one more look because I have the option of doing so.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Well, I mean, that does appear to be just the same as last time. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know. Continue.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
All right. Well, I'll try and bear that in mind. Close the drawer.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Convenient. Okay, so we did that. The rest of them are locked, but... Well, I don't think this is going to work, but let's at least, just investigate a little bit. Yeah, okay, there's nothing. That's fine. Just making sure. What's this? This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Okay, good for it. What's this? Every worker, member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. I see. So that's the strike. The line of the strike. Yes, what's this? And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. Democracy. Every member of the union, a member of the board. Hey, I found a postcard. I'll take it. Le Jardin 21, I think it said. Yes. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade A little more than a decade after the war, the Eastern Bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. By which you mean 34 cents. Great. That is the point of gathering postcards then, is to sell them? I suppose. But otherwise I could just collect them. That could be fun too. Bathroom! What you got in your bathroom here, Leo? What's this? Magnesium. Well, I'll take that. Thank you. What's this? Neat office shades. +1 visual calculus, -1 drama. Okay. Let me have a look at those. Be in the clothes section, I assume. There they are. Neat office shades. These were stuffed away in the dock workers' union office. They're perfect for scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eye. Good for staring down suspects, too. I suppose so. +1 visual calculus. Eye of the reckoner. -1 drama. A bit dry. Alright, come to think on it, I still have my superstar sunglasses on because I was trying to do a Savoir Faire thing, but I suppose I could do that. Visual calculus is probably decent for this sort of thing. And I don't know how much, well, I don't know. Am I going to need my drama for talking to Everard? I don't know how much I'm going to need to lie. Something to bear in mind, I guess. There's a dot here. Can I look at it before I open the door? The door is locked and cannot be opened from this side without a pass card. And I have one of those. Guess you have no choice but to talk to the union leader. Is that... Are you sure? Where's the pass card that I have? Where's the... I didn't get rid of it, did I? The card that I stole. Where... The one that my brain was like, no, you're gonna need it. Yeah, the shift card. Not the right kind of pass card, huh? The particular guy who was drunk in the bar, whose name I have forgotten, didn't have access to this door here. Okay, so we gotta talk to Everard if we want to get through there for some reason. Okay, fine. Great. Wonderful. Alright. Back to this then. I guess I have to go down these stairs. It's the only other place to go around here as far as I can tell. And over this way. Alright, so what's that? Can I look at it from here? No. Okay, well, let's just ignore it for the moment then. We got something over here. Hold up. I passed something. What did I pass? It was just that door over there. Sure, that doesn't matter right now. That does not matter at the moment. There's a giant red button. And also a thing over here. Can I can't access that from here, right? No, it's a level above me. Giant red button?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Are those just go and stop? Marche is probably more like march, but like... does one refer to machines as marching? I don't know. Okay. Continue.
Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Okay, so I was right. A container's attached to its hook block. Am I just going to push this button immediately? Let's try pressing Arrête, because everything seems to be stopped already, right? So if I press Arrête, nothing should happen, theoretically, right?
Crane stands tall, proud, erect, and still.
Right, of course, okay. The one thing is that if I do manipulate this crane to get whatever's inside the container, it's not going to be subtle, and I would imagine Everard's going to be like, hey, so what are you doing messing with my machines? Do we have willpower? Kim didn't say anything about me pushing stop. Just do it.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay. I've done it. Is that good? Oh, it's putting it down even. Doesn't that mean it's going to be in the way? Should I not have done this? Wow, this is all automated, is it? Good thing, too. I don't think I know how to operate a crane. Either that or I do and I'm currently demonstrating it. Cool, I did it.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down.
Wonderful. Is that a good thing?
The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean by that? Understood. Let's get back to the panel. What do you mean by that?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Well, in a very literal sense, yes, you did insert the crane into this game for moving that particular container. So, yeah, I guess so. Continue.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
He looks at the crate. Great, I did it. I'm not sure why I did it, but there was a button. I pushed the button because there's a button. I will push the button. You know. Impulse control, not my specialty in this game. Ah ha ha. See, now I do have access to it, and this was a drop off before, so it's not like I blocked anything off. Okay, so what's this? Money. Beautiful. All right. Well, what's this? You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Kvalsund. Is that like a destination? Does that mean these are goods from Kvalsund? Let's have a look.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container, or leave the container alone. Well, I mean, if I didn't think there was something special about the container, I should not have lowered it. This is a chance to prove that there was a point to what I just did. I think there's something special about it.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Lieutenant size? No, it's totally different. I don't want to paint it. I'm just drawn to it. Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate further. No, this one. I'm not going to paint it.
There are 1 million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane. I don't know, Kim. It just feels special. Inspect the container. Maybe there's contraband in there? You're right. It's probably nothing. It just feels special, Kim.
It's a cargo container, Detective. Just like all the others.
He doesn't even look at it. Continue.
We're not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the union boss.
I know, but there had to be a reason I could lower this one, right? Knock on the door?
No reply.
Yeah, of course not.
The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Well, let's open the dang door and find out.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked.
What do I do about that?
To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
A rhetoric check. Impossible 18, persuade the door to open. 8% chance. Erratic yet thorough. Been in this world for 2 days. Been in this world for many days. Erratic yet thorough. I like that I've earned that particular bonus, but that's my rhetoric is way too low. Now, is there anything I can do? Nothing more to do here for now. Is there anything I can do in terms of my clothing to get my rhetoric up? Because right now my rhetoric is not great because of the thoughts in my head. Let me have a look through my gear and see if I got any rhetoric gear. Polo shirt. I'm going to have to find a lot of gear to make this particular check, though. No doubt about that. And I don't have a lot of rhetoric gear, so...
You're back before the cargo container.
17%.
Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Great. Okay. Kim's puzzled by my actions and my fixation with this particular container, but there's nothing I can really do about it right now. I mean, I could do the white check. Is there any harm in doing a white check? Sometimes, yes. My chances of success are very, very low, but I've failed on a 20% chance of failure, so I guess I could try it.
The cargo container.
Let's try it.
Its draw has not lessened. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
That's a great question, because getting physical wasn't an option. Yeah, why am I? Let's think about this further. Also, I'm saying it out loud.
Why are you what?
The lieutenant looks startled. Anything at all. Never mind. Why don't we Why is it not an option to explain to him exactly what I was thinking to myself? Oh, man. Okay, this is getting existential again, which is something I do at the drop of a hat, but it's not going to impress anybody. Dismissing the issue, not helpful. Kind of the boring option. Fine, we'll get existential.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Yeah, good point. Okay. Great. Well, that was thrilling. Let me change my shirt. I do want to... I don't remember if I read it out loud when I first got the white polo shirt, but the bonuses here, +1 rhetoric. What's polo anyway? -1 empathy. No, really, what the hell is polo? Anyway, let's get my shirt back on. Great. Okay. So, something to return to later. Yes, I could put points into rhetoric right now, and maybe that is going to be worth it eventually. Whoops, I got a thought. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. They do seem to be. Also, the path to where we're going is entirely on top of cargo crates? That seems odd. But the entire place seems to be coated with them. What's this? This speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organize in the yard below. I suppose that's true. This way. Now see, this cargo crate, this one gets what's up. Have the sides open, then you can pass through, and it's all good. What's this? The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Here? This here smells like blood? Why does it smell like blood? Do people's bodies get pushed in there or something? What's this? Fallen Ultra Series gloves. Okay, they're half-light bonus. Well, that's useful, I suppose. Let's go ahead and grab them. Since I always take everything, after all. Fallen Ultra Series gloves. For ultimate performance efficiency, these Fallen Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo, which is probably the intended thing. Quadrupedal movement, huh? Well, I guess it's good to be ready. +1 half-life. Half-light. Unfiltered contact. Yes, I suppose so. Okay, cool. I got those. Strange that it's more threatening to wear a pair of fingerless gloves than it is to wear the armored gauntlets I'm currently wearing, but, you know. What you gonna do? Money. What's this? Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Alright. Been here for a while, I take it. What do we got here? Money. Wasn't there a... I thought there was another... I guess it was just money that was in these cups here, huh? I see. Well, I could probably afford to get out my tear bag again, I suppose. I haven't seen much tear in the area, but good to be prepared, you know? Oh, look, someone's here. Someone is here. Okay. Well, let's go over here. Hi. What's this? The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. Sings. Plants are happy. Boots are shining. Every man is fed. Are you... Leo? By any chance? I can probably talk to you from here, huh? Hi. Banners.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, put the logos on.
Easy, Leo. This is indeed Leo. Hello, Leo. Continue.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
I mean, I got that impression, yes, but thank you, conceptualization. Continue.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Okay. The vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt. Huh. Continue.
Container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, now belongs to Everard.
Uh-huh. That's what you need the banners for. They're just claiming the Wild Pines goods straight up. I mean, I guess I gotcha. The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't even notice you. Hi! Do not interrupt the little man in his joyous activity. Leave. No, I want to talk to the little man. Hello.
Everard. He looks after everyone.
Does he?
Huh? Well, hey there.
He smiles.
How can I help you, mister?
I'm not quite sure. Let's find out. Continue.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
The shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you people in scabs? Actually, I am, yes. I am not. So let's use the accusatory question. I'm not gonna enter this conversation as a scab. No. I don't think I am. So tell me about scabs.
I mean, I don't personally mind. folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer. Okay, that's fine. Continue.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
I suppose that I do. You're Ubi, right? What are you doing with the containers? Where is everyone? The harbor is empty. Do you work here? Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? What's in that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm. I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union. Okay, I'm off. Okay. So, where do we want to start here? Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? Just start off by telling him that I have been going through his stuff? What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly why you're putting those on there, Leo. Logic medium 11. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. It's a red check, cannot be retried. Sure, let me ask you about something else for now, because I can do better than that with logic. I mean, admittedly, I have a thought right now hampering my logic thoughts, but let me ask you about something else for now.
Sure, mister. About what?
I should probably do that logic check now before I forget about it, huh? Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
He returns to his work. Great, okay. Changing clothes. Stand by. Okay, we got a logic jacket. We got logic glasses. We got the logic peepo. That's an additional 4. I think that's going to be plenty, but let's, container. Indeed, as you say.
Hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Lariche said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Is that so? Lady Lariche. A bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. Sure. That's some subtext I had no idea about. Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter? I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble. I'm not going to get him to shorten his greeting at all. Plus, I don't think it would work even if I did. I got more questions?
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Oversharing, I wouldn't be too surprised. What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them
There
containers
we go.
here.
What's going on here?
Yes, I am.
Everything
I failed?
is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
I rolled a 3. I put on my special hat and everything, and I rolled a 3. Man, my brain is complicated. Wow, red's so much prettier than drab old green. Keep the amazement to yourself. No, let's go ahead and humiliate myself. I'm going to be this much of a failure. Let's go ahead and make it public.
Sure is, mister. Sure is.
Leo looks around
really
merrily.
Livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Great, continue.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
I know, I agree, Kim. I absolutely agree. I changed clothing for this. Well, whatever, it's fine. You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then.
Remember that thing I said about oversharing? Seems like we're stumbling right into it right away. Continue.
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
I can't imagine. Continue.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Indeed. Where is everyone? The harbor's empty. Yeah, there's a strike on. But let's go ahead and play dumb.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
And yet here you are putting banners on containers. Doesn't that qualify as work?
So no one is working?
What about you?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Measure head. He chuckles and pauses to think. Continue.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did Titus and his friends get into? Got it, but let's let him talk about Titus.
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer. He really wants to talk about it.
Him and his boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do? Really? Did they kill someone? I have another question. What did they actually do, though?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know.
Is that so? Another
I
chuckle.
haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Is that so? Are you about to tell me about that fight in middle school?
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
He looks to you for assistance. Yeah, because I'm great at staying on topic. Continue.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Kim wants me to help him shut this guy down, and my brain is like, nah. Too rowdy. Leo, what kind of a fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into. Better to go with the flow. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. I shouldn't need to consider this for this long. But it's like, whenever my brain and Kim get into a conflict in this particular fashion, I'm like, well, what do I do? I mean, shit, let's just hear it.
I remember I was the runt of the class.
He laughs merrily.
The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business.
That's so. Continue.
But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head.
He chuckles again.
Noel never started another fight with anyone after this.
Is that so? Was he physically incapable? He took a bad blow to the head. Why was Mr. Everett and his brother helping? Why were they helping you out back in the day? Do you have some closer relation to those two? Continue.
Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's friends with everyone around here.
The little guy starts coughing. Are you okay?
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everett has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
I assume that is about as good as it's going to get. Do you work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way.
Indeed.
Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Leonard Bellick. The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture. Continue.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
They just share a right hand. Okay, fair enough. Chuckles.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Miss Beaufort. A good-hearted chuckle again. I think this is the first I've heard of a Miss Beaufort. Is that not true?
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
You pronounce it differently than he does, but that's fair. The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much.
What?
Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
That's a real creepy thing to say, Leo. She's got skin like a candy bar. Cool. Thanks.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I have no doubt of it. Continue.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
That does seem important. Hold on. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the bossman's shoes, Leo. Sarcasm. Always helpful. Tell me about Miss Beaufort.
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Oh, Elizabeth Beaufort. She's the gardener who wasn't a gardener. That one. I know her. Okay, continue.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
Indeed, continue.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
She seems pretty burned out already, but what do I know about it? Continue.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oversharing, he goes on. Continue.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Okay.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Okay, so this is the union fixture, the gardener? Yes, I'm pretty sure that is the case. I feel like I should be saying that to Kim rather than Leo, but let's go ahead and say it because I can.
Looks like it.
I am saying it to Kim. There we go.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
The little guy smiles a disarming smile at you. That seems to be your role around here, being disarming. Continue.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
I mean, I guess it's a bit of an upper hand, but, like, she's a lawyer. Presumably she's trained to deal with worse than that. So are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? Hang on. Excuse me. Are you, in fact, that Leo?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
He replies excitedly. What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Oh, you bring food by for them. The little guy chuckles merrily. Okay.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
He shakes his head with a wide smile. Who's Mr. Renadan? Renaudin? What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Wait a second. They brew it at the Whirling in Rags. That's where they are. Why can't they just get it themselves? Okay. Hold up. Who makes it at the Whirling? Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. Accept task. That's it. I just wanted to know who wrote the note. So who makes it at the Whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook.
Oh, that
He
guy.
makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
No kidding. I wonder if I could talk to Mr. Manana about that at some point to see if I could talk to the cook a little bit better. Something's off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. That's right, I am.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
The little guy nods. He's very accommodating, this one. But he's probably... I get the feeling this guy's sharper than he lets on. He's probably taking notes of my actions, so maybe I shouldn't be quite so open with him. But I guess we'll find out how that works out. Continue.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Well, let's just hope you're right, composure. So what's in the container over there that I lowered? The one that was suspended from the crane arm but isn't anymore.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Okay, he looks at the container. Sure, continue.
Told you.
I mean, yeah, you did, Kim. You did. I'm looking for the leader of the dockworkers union there, Leo.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs and then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Ah, that does explain how they were looking out for you back in the day then. Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man. Sure.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the two joint containers on your right. Okay, his office is in the containers. Okay, I'm off then. Thanks, Leo. I got a thought.
Some kind of superstar.
Apparently. What do you got for me? Terrifying.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship.
That seems
they
fair.
claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls.
I feel like it would be.
Insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Am I now? Am I now? Bonuses, -1 logic, price of self-delusion, learning caps for visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, and composure all raised to 6. Suggestion to 6, that's actually pretty useful, man. Man. What was that? What I said was terrifying, by the way, with this giant hand holding the tiny dog. It's a giant, almost corpulent hand. Huh. And either that dog is extremely small or this hand is very, very big. And anyway, yeah, it wigs me out. I accept. Suggestion, huh? My suggestion is terrible. I mean, admittedly, I don't like to spend a lot of time on suggestion, but like having that much capacity for it could be useful at some point, I guess. What were the other things that it raised? Electrochemistry, not exactly my favorite. Logic, and then what was the other one? I think it was probably one of the other things in my intellect section where it's not actually going to make a difference. Well, here's the thing. I was expecting that I'd want to get rid of this right away, but I don't know that I do now. Composure. It was composure. Wasn't my composure? Yeah, I guess I didn't. I guess it had a limit of 4 probably rather than 6. Okay. Okay. I see. The special borscht. What's so special about the borscht the strikers are eating? The cook in the whirling in rags is making it. You can find him in the kitchen. Look into it. Okay, sure, I can do that. I mean, I can't talk to him, but maybe I can talk to Manana about that. Ask Renee about the photo. The photo you found in the night watchman's booth. The one with the happy couple. Ask Renee about it. He looked uncharacteristically happy in the picture. Well, I mean, that may be because it was 60 years ago, and I assume the other person in the picture is gone now. But, well, let's hear it from him. Great. Leo, 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 Everard will be pleased. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It's 4 skill points. Okay, so... I don't feel comfortable just dumping them all into... there are so many things to spend skills on, right? I feel like you kind of just have to let these things happen organically, but if you don't have any specific need for it at any given time, then it gets hard for me to... It gets hard for me to make a decision about what to spend it on. There's 24 options here, you know? There's a lot. There's a lot. But I do want to get started on another thought as well. So what do we do? Do I get rid of Jamais Vu? I mean, it is gaining me experience, if not by that much. The intellect learning caps are not that big of a deal, but like... And I mean, I guess, technically I get experience from conceptualization and encyclopedia checks, so I could put points into those, but they're both already pretty high, you know? And if I really wanted encyclopedia, I could be wearing the encyclopedia hat, but then I'd have to forego the Froggles, and that's just not happening. I didn't need to spend a point on volition, because I passed that check. The next scene is obviously talking to Everard. Go in here, talk to Everard, but we're going to do that next time. Which means that today's a little bit on the short side, too. Particularly given that I waffled on things for so long. Leo, Leo, easy Leo. Nothing he can't do. Well, good for you, Leo. Good for you. I'm pleased for you. I guess I'm going to leave off here. I got to think about this whole thought cabinet situation, and I got to change clothes, and then we're going to go talk to Everard. And it's going to be an experience, I have no doubt, but it's also probably going to take like an hour, I would imagine. So, we'll do it next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.